I'm gonna make sure about that.
Welcome to the Live on Sunday podcast. I'm your host, Q Liv. I got my bros with me, Bayon.
Yo.
Gil.
Yo.
Gil looking dapper as it is.
Yo, Gil looking really out here. I was like, shit.
Came from working man. That's it.
I mean, I came home and got changed, but you should have let a nigga know.
She had a shirt in the back. Nah, it's all good.
I had no gear in the back.
Yeah, but you know he had them heels on all day, so he switched to some kicks. But we don't go.
They can't even see that under the table.
I know that.
Bayon is very active today. I noticed.
He really is. He just got a haircut.
Nah, I think he just get a haircut, man. Just happy it's Friday, you know?
Yeah. He had a rough week.
Not really a rough week. You?
I had a good week this week.
After I killed you 3-1? I mean, that's cool. It's all for therapy. How about you, Gil?
Well, basketball's a team sport.
We'll leave it.
My week was tough, man. I can't. I don't know what to say about it. It was just work shit, but you know, typical shit. Nothing crazy.
Work is work.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some topics right now. We didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I know y'all saw the Russell Westbrook. We're happy with him. But again, where they at? Where they playing?
Utah.
They're playing Utah.
Yeah.
And a fan said some very
Wild shit. Let's just leave it at that.
something very foul.
Something about
said get on your knees like you used to him. And you know Westbrook ain't taking that from nobody.
I promise you, we are playing. I swear to God. You and your wife. No, I promise you, everything I love. Everything I love, I promise you.
And he was talking about he'd fuck up his wife and him at the same time. So I want to start with Bayon. I want to know what you think about that situation.
All right, so I'm gonna start off. Obviously, he's wrong by saying he's gonna beat his wife up. Clearly, we all know that. But I feel like there was more said along the lines of what that guy said on, because I don't know if y'all seen the interview after the whole interaction with him and Westbrook. He was saying that he didn't say anything.
The fan.
The fan, yeah.
And he was just watching the game and he was just saying how Westbrook is a professional. He tried to play victim, which I was really upset that they gave him that opportunity to say something, because we all know fans do say wild shit. Even, obviously, it's the opposite team.
Did
so
you see?
who's not going to say some crazy shit?
Did you see his Twitter?
Who?
Oh, the fan? Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, he was using the word nigger and saying all types of shit.
Oh, really?
On Twitter, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's like a big MAGA supporter.
He deleted those tweets after that game.
Yep.
You ain't safe, big fella. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can tell he was obvious, because Westbrook said, like, yo, if you say anything about my family, and if you say anything, like, obviously what he said, it's like, I'm not going to tolerate that. And I'm on Westbrook's side. People say they're going to cancel Westbrook. I'm not going to say who, but people who I know and other people saying that they're going to cancel Westbrook because of him saying he's going to beat a woman. But everybody says things out of frustration. There's been plenty of times where I said some shit to somebody that's very hurtful. And it's because out of frustration that I say it. And maybe Westbrook should apologize to the wife just for saying that, but he also got, what, $25,000 fee?
25,000 was a slap on the
He got a fine. A fine?
25,000.
Oh, okay. That's not
He also got fined $300,000 for the technical fouls. So he's good on the fines.
But he got a technical for that same play?
No, he got a tech.
Later on.
He has 16 techs now.
Oh, okay,
So,
from the league. Okay.
Yeah, so now he has to pay fines for that.
You can tell if Westbrook was a regular nigga working, he'd be a late fee ass nigga when it comes to bills.
What you think, yo?
Well, I have an issue with the comment he made directed towards the wife in terms of like, I don't think it's necessary for a player to get into it with a fan. You know what I mean? I think now the culture has kind of changed. I was listening to some show and they were talking about the whole issue and how the fan culture now is totally different than before in terms of like how when a fan threw a beer on Ron Artest and he ran into the stands, everyone was like, how could he run into the stands? Whereas nowadays, everyone's a lot more pro player to the point, and very defensive of the players to the point that Westbrook could direct a threat at the wife, not just the guy, but at the wife as well. And people are getting behind Westbrook. I just think his statements were kind of out of pocket. And I think I'm pro player too, but I just kind of find that there's a certain line, there's a fine line between what you're doing on the court and what's going to happen from the stand.
Which was to Grant's advantage.
And Westbrook follows up Jeremy Grant's mid-range.
That was good ball movement by the Jazz.
Westbrook takes the bump. And Westbrook again, full steam ahead. Launched it on the way up, recovers mid-air. Westbrook tried to split the double team, goes right at him. And now Westbrook. Boy, he was eyeing that three the whole time. Came down to help defensively. Now turns on the Jets, down the lane, and he bangs there, and it's swiped free by Westbrook. Westbrook stays with it and blocks the second shot.
Wow, that's just terrific effort.
Schroeder attacks, goes right at court. Westbrook again trying to initiate things from the post. Spins, fades, shot on the way is good as a defense. Westbrook with 8 on the shot clock from way behind the three-point line, and he knocked.
Westbrook's got a good look to the basket here.
Oh, and Westbrook, the express all the way to the rim.
People are going to say awful things from the stands. And I think we talked about it before about, like, even in, like, the soccer stadiums in Europe, how, like, the fans have, said racist things to players, and players have walked off the field and they tried to, like, suspend. They even had in Europe, like, blackout games where if the fans were making racist chants at the players, the next game they had to play a home game in an empty stadium as a blackout game, as a violation, as a fine to the team for the fans acting that way. I think the NBA should try to do some shit like that. I know they're more involved and more around the idea of making money, but they find Westbrook. But I think if a fan is saying something racist to a player, they should do something to the fans.
Well, they banned the fan.
They banned the fan.
They actually banned another fan.
I think it's a thing. They should protect the players, though, at all costs, because those are the people who... Westbrook is obviously a player who makes them money.
Here's the thing for me. You got to think about it like this. It's so easy for us to say right now, hey, you went a little bit above the line, like what you said. And it's like, you got to think, there's 20,000 people there. The guy is playing a basketball game. He's sweating. His adrenaline is up. Like, you know how it is playing sports. It's emotional at times.
Nah, he's a professional, though. At the end of the day, it's the same thing as this. If somebody said to you something offensive at your job to you, are you going to turn around and threaten him and his wife and his kids? Out in your workplace.
It's different. It's different.
What's different?
You're talking, it's a sporting event, bro.
You guys, but this is my whole thing. Y'all are looking at it from the perspective of a fan. At the end of the day, that's how he makes a living. That's his profession. I'm not a fan of Westbrook. But that's his profession, though.
But nobody...
He's at work.
So somebody... Because he's at work.
We're being entertained. He's at work.
So you can say whatever to me because I'm at work? So I can go to a girl and be like, yo, your ass is fat.
No.
And you just shut up because we work together.
But that's the whole thing. There's a different standard of accountability, unfortunately, with the players versus the fans. The fans are there to be entertained. The players are there as professionals in their sport. And at the end of the day, they know that certain things like heckling from fans comes with the territory. They can have the fan removed or whatever, but when you get to the point where you're outside of the game, not focusing on the game, and now you're trying to engage a fan, I just think it's unprofessional, and it's just not necessary.
You said there's a line that needs to be drawn, right? If the fan crosses that line, don't be surprised if a player crosses that line also.
Nah, the players have a higher level of accountability because this is their profession.
But at the end of the day, they are still trying to protect themselves. Because, you could...
What are you going to do? Let's say the fans are chanting. Basketball is an arena, 20,000 people. Soccer is a stadium, 90,000, almost 100,000 people. If you got a section of the fans, 40,000 people screaming nigger at you, what are you going to do? You're going to run in the stands?
So that means
let's say
shut up and play soccer?
Let's say it's not shut up and play soccer. Stand up for yourself. But the idea that you're going to threaten a fan and not realize that you got to carry it, you still got a job to do. You're on the job.
But I'm saying like...
All right, I'm going to give an example. I'm at work. Somebody from work, or perfect example, I'm in court, and one of the defendants turns around and says, yo, fuck you, suck my dick. I'm at work. I'm in court. I'm in front of the judge. And now I'm gonna turn to the defendant and say to him, "Yo, fuck you, fuck your mom." I can't say that. At the end of the day, you get what I'm saying?
Isn't that to you?
That happens all the time. That happens all the time. These things like that happen all the time. Things like that happen all the time. It's like, what are you gonna do?
So that makes you wrong for saying something?
At the end of the day, I'm a professional. I got a duty. I got a job
What
to
if
do.
you said something like, "See me outside"?
That comes with the job. That's what I'm saying. Every job comes with a different set of duties and responsibilities. But at the end of the day, if you're a professional athlete, your job is to do what? Go out there, play, be a good professional, and you know.
So you're gonna tell me every single day, if you was to get cursed out every single day by somebody in the courtroom, you'd be like perfectly fine with it? You wouldn't say shit about it? You wouldn't defend yourself at all?
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that people can't, like you said, people can't have a moment of lapse in judgment.
Like Westbrook did.
But at the end of the day, he still has a responsibility. Whether or not he makes a bad choice and decides to turn around and say F you back to the guy, that's still a bad choice. He still had a duty to do his job.
It doesn't make him right to say anything like that. I completely understand that. But what if you don't know what type of, like, for example, if you had a bad day at work, a rough week at work, and somebody was to be like, yo, like, fuck you, fuck your wife, fuck your kid, and you've been on your knees your whole life. You had a bad day, and it's just like, I'm just gonna eat that because at the end of the day, I have to be like, I'm at work.
At the end of the day, people are gonna say wild shit to you all the time. You're gonna spend your whole life fighting? That's my whole thing. At the end of the day, you gotta understand.
It's easy to say that.
It's so easy to say.
I'll give you examples. I'll give you two examples.
So now you're Martin Luther King now.
No, I'm not Martin Luther King. I'll give you two examples. I remember the first game I played in Germany. I think I told you that story. The first game I played in Germany, I subbed into the game, and the fans were chanting the N-word. And when I walked onto the field, it was for a corner kick. The guy who was covering me walks up to me and says, "Nigger, nigger, 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 nigger." What was I supposed to do? Now, if I turn around and I headbutt him, I punch him in his face, now I'm going to get ejected from the game, suspended, maybe not sign a contract with the team. For what? What's it all worth, right?
Here's the question now.
Now, I could have turned around and I was offended.
You was, but now, for example, so now, say if you was like if you was like the Russell Westbrook top tier ranked, like all-star, superstar of your team. And a fan wants to say that, and you've been in the league for 10 years, you never said shit, you had no problems with nobody, and you had this one incident. So now you're just canceling all him being professional.
I'm not canceling him. I think what he did was wrong. You know how I feel about cancel culture.
You're not into the cancel.
I'm not into the cancel culture, but I just don't like what he did, and I think it was unprofessional. Like whether or not he got upset, he has every right to be upset, but I think there's a different way to handle it when you're in the workplace. That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing as like the World Cup semifinals. France won the World Cup finals. That guy walked up to Zidane, the best player in the tournament. He won best player in the tournament, and France lost in the finals because he got thrown off and ejected from the game with a red card. Because the guy walked up to him and said some racist remark about because he's Algerian. He made some Arab remark and said something about his mother, and Zidane headbutted him. Zidane lost the World Cup for that, basically. And it's like, did he have the right to be angry? Yeah. Does he regret it every day of his life? Of course he does. The World Cup final, he could have won the biggest stage in the world, and he got sent off because he lost his cool.
But sell yourself because you're at work?
It's not sell yourself. It's not sell yourself. You can speak out about that,
like
man.
I said, sometimes it's a reaction is just a reaction. Like you're not. Sometimes the reaction is faster than.
I'm not saying the reaction can't happen, but any animal can react. But it takes a responsible person to be able to make a conscious decision and be like, all right, cool, I'm at work. There's greater things at stake. I've worked my whole life to get to this point, and I'm not gonna risk it for some asshole in the stands who's drinking a brew.
At the end of the day, we're all human, bro.
Yeah. But so, can we agree that he was wrong, though? There's a difference between.
He was wrong for the wife part. But I also think, like, at the end of the day, like, everybody's different to how they react to different situations. Like, if it was you in that situation, you would probably help out. But I know a lot of people, like, certain shit, it just gets to their head. So if it gets to their head, they're like, yo, fuck you, and I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm not saying that's right, but
I'm saying both things can be
it's
true.
pride, it's all that shit, where you came from, it's where society is. It's like, yo, it's just, all that things add up.
Right, but I think both things can be true, though, like that. on one hand, you could be like, okay, he was wrong for doing it, and he was mad, and he had a reaction. Both things can exist.
So how would you feel if he never said anything, and he just dealt with that his whole career, and when he retired, he just got really depressed and very emotional due to all the negative things that were said to him? And not speaking out of it at a certain time. Because it happened.
But,
and now he's at
but today's day and age,
everybody's talking about mental health.
In today's day and age, he has so many platforms to speak. He can go on his own social media. He can go on an interview with the media. He can go do an interview with a radio. So he can go anywhere.
But at that time,
so if you
make a
tweet,
statement, not thinking like that at the time.
But if you was to be like, I'm gonna go on Twitter.
But he said if he waits and he internalizes it. But he has the right to speak about it. I ain't saying that he needs to shut up and play ball. I'm saying that there's a different way to address it. How would I address it? I will file my grievance with the NBA. First things first. Okay. He got fined. At the end of the day, the Utah Jazz should have got fined. There should have been some kind of penalty. Just being in the fan is not enough.
That's true.
Because now the fan got famous. They gave him an interview. That's my whole problem. Now they're giving this guy attention. They're fueling the problem. Why are you interviewing him?
But what were they supposed to do in that situation? Like, he got banned.
Did you see the fan who punched a soccer player? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
A fan ran onto the field and punched one of the players. He just ran on and did it. Now, if they gave that guy an interview, now everybody's gonna run around and start doing that shit. You think this is gonna be the last time a player tells a player, a fan tells a player, "Oh, suck my dick"? Yeah. Like it's gonna happen.
I seen Blake Griffin was mad because a fan called him boy the other day.
Right.
Since we on in the NBA, let's talk about this MVP debate right now. Last week, a couple weeks ago, everybody was screaming Paul George. The week later, you hear Harden, and then you hear Giannis again the week after. So what y'all think? Who you think is gonna win?
James Harden.
Is that who you think is gonna win, or do you think it should win?
Should. Not think, should win.
He think James Harden should win?
Yeah.
Okay.
A cousin of mine, he made a valid point. Like when Westbrook did some history stuff and he was losing, he still won MVP. James Harden's doing something we haven't seen. He had like 57 the other night too. Like, he's killing. It's not like he's low in the ranks in the West either.
I can argue and say that, yeah, he's doing something historic, but it's been done before. You know what I'm saying? Like what Westbrook is doing.
It's been done before.
Oscar Robertson.
Thank you. Why are we taking away from the old legends, bro?
Nobody's taking away from the
old legends. So you say it's not been done?
No, when I say that, it's at that time, Oscar Robertson, there was 8 teams in the NBA. Like now there's 20, 30 teams.
James Harden averaged 30 plus versus every team in the league.
He's averaging 37 points a game.
Okay. So you think James Harden is?
Yeah, I think
you think he's gonna win?
He should. He should.
MVP is political. It's not always the best player in the league that year, and they like the narrative. Journalists vote and they like the season, like the narrative that's going on along throughout the season. Houston, the only problem is usually they give it to the best player on the best team. That's what usually happens a lot of the time. Every now and then you have like when Westbrook won, but I could make the same argument when Kobe averaged 35 points a game that he should have won the MVP.
And I think who they gave it to, Dirk or Steve Nash that year?
Either Dirk or Nash, one of them.
I think Harden should,
but I got Harden.
I think he really should win. But Giannis is gonna win. I already seen Vegas odds. They're like it's like a runaway. Like he's gonna win. And Vegas is like never wrong.
International player.
Giannis? No, I
think that's part of it.
I mean, they were 7th seed last year. They're 1st seed this year. They didn't really make any changes. All they signed was Brook Lopez. The East is good this year, bro.
The East is tough for sure.
You can't say that.
Well, the top 4 teams, yeah, cool.
Top 5.
Top 3.
Top 5.
Top 5. Who?
Toronto.
Indiana?
No, wait.
Get the fuck out of here.
Toronto. Bro, the East is not like it's
Toronto, Sixers,
Celtics,
Boston,
Bucks, Pacers.
So you still got the Celtics and you got the Pacers without...
The Celtics are not a good team, bro.
They're the Eastern Conference.
You tell me if they won, you'd be surprised that they won?
Yeah, that's an easy sweep for Golden State, though.
Yeah, but that still doesn't mean...
the floor.
Yeah, GS fan, man.
Golden State. It's not a shoe. It's not a lock-in for Golden State. Golden State's got a tough West to get out of. First things first.
Nah, Golden State's cruising, bro.
No, it's definitely not a lock. It's not a lock at all. It's like
The only thing that could stop them is themselves.
I would be worried about the Rockets, yo. I really would.
Why? Because Paul go pull his hamstring second round, and it's a wrap. Then James Harden say, "Y'all gotta go on vacation. I'm trying to do some hookah with Meek Mill." He doesn't ever.
I don't know. There's something about James Harden this year, yo. Like he hungry this year, bro.
I agree. I don't know how sustainable that is in the playoffs, though. I mean, he looks great in the regular season, but I don't know in the playoffs in 7 games.
And Giannis is bad in the playoffs.
7 games is different.
To be honest, that style that they play, though, that is the playoffs, though. Remember, every possession in the playoffs really matters. So teams take every possession so serious. They try to get the best shot every time down the court.
Right.
The Rockets, I mean, shit, you got 2 of the top 10 one-on-one players on your team, probably, Chris Paul and James Harden.
Chris Paul's still top 10.
He's top 10 one-on-one.
I mean, shit, you know anybody that could lock him up?
Does he still score?
Does he really get off? Why is he like 18 a game?
Why does he?
He got an ATO?
I don't know, maybe 15. Yeah.
Why does he? He's been out for a while, but you telling me let's not disrespect CP.
I'm not
right
disrespecting
now.
CP.
Let's not
we
do
all
that.
know.
I think we're judging him off old CP.
You got to remember.
Last year
why
happened
does he
to
need
him.
to go off? Why does he need to score 40 when
No,
you
he
got?
doesn't have to score 40, but I'm saying he pulls his hamstring every second.
He doesn't
round.
have a good motor.
That motor be gone. That shit said,
An injury's an injury, bro. Like you
to the
can't.
playoffs.
Yeah, but it's every single
It's
time.
every year. It's every year.
Bro, he gets hurt every single. I had him in fantasy last year, and he got hurt the same time this year. He got hurt in December with the hamstring, and then he got hurt in the playoffs.
Bro, injury's an injury. Every
year.
But we're talking about, all right, well, Chris Paul, one-on-one, name somebody who can guard him. Nobody.
Yeah, but he's not like scoring like that.
He's not that deadly of a scorer. He's not going for a 30 clip every
I'm
night.
gonna remember y'all said this.
So you have.
How much you have him averaging in a playoff series, like in a down the line?
Remember,
let's say they play in the conference finals.
I give
remember,
him
a playoff
15
series is
8.
different. It's 1 game, you might get 2 games rest, and then the next game.
That's
so you can
perfect.
focus on just that 1 game. You see Bron the whole season, he just chilling. He know when the playoffs come.
Nah, Bron's not gonna be home. He's gonna be home this year. I don't want to hear about him in the playoffs.
He gonna watch his son play ball.
He's gonna be at AAU.
I did see him happy, like, can't wait to see my guys.
Yo.
Yeah, he's chilling.
That's shit, man.
That's my guy.
He's a disaster this year.
He's not a disaster.
He's all NBA?
No, he's not all NBA.
Thank you.
He got hurt. You can't tell me a nigga who's number 4. Y'all played ball before. Y'all mean to tell me when y'all come back off an injury, oh yeah, nigga, I'm right back to what I was?
There's a lot of other things.
But kill Chris Paul. I'm not killing Chris Paul, but I just told you every time in the playoffs he gets hurt. He gets hurt.
But there's a lot of other things that were happening to the team at that point when he came back. The trade deflated the team. Let's just keep it a buck. It killed the chemistry.
So
those guys stopped buying into the team concept.
Did Bron push that?
Yes. His team did.
Niggas love
Clutch.
Bron Shane.
You don't know Clutch? You never heard of Clutch? You don't know who Rich Paul is? Not Chris Paul, Rich Paul.
Rich Paul.
We're not Bron shaming over here in this podcast.
I'm not Bron shaming. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Bron, this year, he gets a 0 for leadership. He didn't play a lick of defense. And his stats are just nothing but fluff, filler bars.
Kobe didn't make the playoffs, but it's still your goal. I'm going to leave it.
Kobe what?
Kobe didn't make the playoffs before. Don't act like he didn't.
When was that?
Okay.
What year was that?
What does that have to do with Kobe?
When Shaq
He got hurt. He was hurt that year.
Oh,
he was hurt majority of the year.
Okay, cool.
That's why.
What does this have to do with Kobe?
Miss a good amount of
LeBron fans love turning to Kobe.
No, but I'm saying,
where did Kobe retire?
You know why?
Kobe's home.
You get hurt.
Kobe was just uptown.
It's hard to actually get into the playoffs. LeBron left him at 4. Ingram was supposed to step up. His bum ass Tayshaun Prince looking ass didn't do shit. Damn, man.
Sound mad.
Niggas love
He's
LeBron.
angry.
You know why? Because niggas love LeBron shame. I don't like LeBron shame.
Are you activated?
I'm activated.
You playoff mode? You playoff activated?
You see how I killed
Bro, you saw when Bron got playoff activated, they started losing real good.
When he came back, they were worse.
Thank you.
Not really.
They were way worse.
Because with him on the court, they were 40. I think they were.
It's load management. Just leave it there.
Yo,
load management
is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
Load management.
I like that quote that Kobe said actually about load management. He was saying like, yo, how you taking games off
when
your career? But think about it, your career goes really fast. So the more games you're missing, the faster your career is going. Like you gotta appreciate every game that you play because you don't know.
Different era, man. Different Mamba, man.
Let's get into it.
So just add up the total injuries and don't take care of yourself.
Mamba,
y'all niggas is different.
Nah, I'm not saying that. Kobe played 20 years.
You're
one injury. Yeah, one real injury.
You think Bron's not gonna play his whole like? Longer than Kobe?
I don't know, but I don't know.
He's not gonna do 20.
I think we've seen the last of the king at the top. He's not the best.
He's
in the
still
league
one of the
anymore.
I ain't gonna do that.
He's not the best in the league
He's
anymore,
top
and I
three.
need y'all to stop.
He's top 3?
He's in the running.
We just started the year, he was number 1, best in the planet. Now we like, oh, he's number 3. He's fading.
Well,
it's the beginning of the end. It doesn't go up from here.
Obviously, I'm a team.
Year 17.
But you gotta understand, his stats is still there.
The
The
ceiling.
stats are still there. That's the crazy part. But
You're
you
not
know,
getting inflation.
you just still like Bron.
No.
That's what it is.
I seen there was a graphic that showed LeBron. Was it you? You sent it.
Yes.
With Paul George.
Sure.
These guys, those stats that they put up, Paul George and Kawhi,
Sure.
these are their best years, and Bron's worst year equals equivalent to what they.
And
What does that? But what does that
props to
mean in the year in this era? In this era, you look at inflation. The numbers that Joel Embiid right now is averaging, and Joel Embiid probably finished what, top 5 in the MVP vote, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. He's having an MVP type year. The same year, if you put his numbers parallel to when Shaq won the MVP in the year 2000, 2001, they equal up. And he's not even going to finish. What, he's going to finish 3rd, 4th for MVP?
Yeah, but
the
James
league
Harden-
now is
James Harden
inflated.
also averages
The stats,
36.
the stats are inflated.
Well, the
though.
game's playing faster now.
The game is totally different.
So
A 3
different.
ball, a 2 mid-range game is dead. Like, people are only going for
Yeah, I
the
see the
high
post
percentage
of-
shot
it was-
or a 3-pointer.
I see the post where it was like the Lakers. What year was it? With Rick Fox, Kobe,
Either
Derek
01,
Fisher,
01 or 02.
Shaq, and Grant. What year was that?
I think that was
Right,
either 0
between
or 01.
2, 2000, around that.
They
time.
three-peated from 0 to
Versus
3.
Golden
03.
State with Boogie. A lot of people say Golden State.
The Lakers.
Well, it's a different league.
I don't like to.
It's a different style. It's
I
not
don't like to
fair.
compare those times.
But you already said the Lakers. So you don't like to.
I'm not breaking it down analytically. I'm just.
Old school niggas love giving
Yeah.
old school niggas props, but
It's a different league now, though. It's a different league.
You got like 2 years.
Shy, relax. You put a brother about the H shame.
No H shape. I was just like,
I was just double checking. A lot of people say Warriors though.
let's get into your man, Murder Mook.
Mom!
That's your man.
Oh,
Cooning on
wow,
YouTube.
that shit changed.
That's definitely your man.
That's my guy now.
Yo, what it is? Your boy Murder Mook, the easy man. I dance. I mean, hello, Dot Mob. Listen, catch my niggas Liv, Gil, Bayonne on Live on Sundays, man, because that's what we do. We live on Sunday, we live on Monday, we live on Tuesday. We try to live every day we can possibly live. I mean, hello, easy, huh? Dot Mob.
That's crazy.
That's our guy. He
That is
the
our guy.
podcast.
Shout us out.
Shout out to my nigga
So we can do
Liv,
that.
Bayonne, Gil.
Let's get the exact order. Liv, Gil, Bayonne. That exact order. That's y'all
Save
being.
the best for last.
Easy.
I heard you.
Right.
Anyways,
So he has. I didn't even know he had a podcast.
For real?
I had no idea he had a podcast.
I had no idea
I had
he had
no
a
idea he had a podcast. But he went on there. Yes, Jules was on there.
You know that you weren't even going to be this in whatever position you were going to be in. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't know that. I can't blame. To be honest, I'm not. You know, even the niggas, the shirt. I would be cool with you saying nigga, because I got white friends. I got a bunch of white friends. People don't like that. People don't be like, yo, you know, I got white friends that I grew up. They don't even know they white. Like I'm dead serious. Like they grew up so much with us. Like they not white. Like the niggas, they say nigga all day. Yo, what up, my nigga? Yo, what's good? What niggas is bugging? Like, and we don't have nothing to say about
He was
it.
talking about how
you like
it's
that,
okay.
bro?
It's okay for white people.
Yes, Jules is a white woman.
White. Yeah. Well,
Italian, according
whatever
to
she is.
and Puerto Rican.
If you look
She's
at
not
her,
Puerto Rican, man. Stop.
she probably is. But
Stop.
if you look
I'm
at
tired
her,
of these people. That's like, people love doing that. Like, claiming the shit that they're not.
No,
Like,
if you're Puerto
what did she
Rican,
do?
you're
The 23andMe, the DNA test, and she was 2% Puerto Rican, and now all of a sudden she, like, stop. She's
Niggas
not
love
Puerto
doing-
Rican.
They really love doing that.
But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, what happened? What's up with your man Mook, man?
Mook was really just trying to get in that. Let's be honest.
You think he was just trying to smash?
He was trying to smash. He trolled but he was a little lit. He was a little drunk. He was off the hoochie a little bit.
But wait, you gotta give them the context though. She is considered a white girl, and she's used the N-word, and Mook was defending her.
She didn't use the
She didn't
N-word.
She's used the N-word
put up
before,
a-
right?
She said that she used the N-word like way back when she was younger. She has said it. But she was saying that she had a t-shirt that was just like, niggas be lying. and she said shit I wear this t-shirt.
Niggas lie a lot.
Niggas lie a lot. Sorry, sorry, my bad.
This is just for the fan.
Yeah, but she had that t-shirt said shit I rock this. What makes you think that you can wear that? And what makes you think you can tweet that? Because she's just so comfortable with our culture. So she feels like she has the right to say it.
She knew what she was doing. She was trying to get some attention. She knew what she was going. She put this up. Everybody would talk about it, and it should be a topic of discussion.
So that's like when H&M and Gucci throws out the same shit, and we were like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Think about it. H&M did the coolest, coolest monkey in the jungle hoodie, right?
Right.
Everybody got riled up. Oh, what's up with H&M? All it did, everybody was talking about H&M. Everybody gets mad. We might have boycotted for a week, and then everybody went back to H&M. Cool. Gucci did the blackface.
Wait, how is this related to the Yes Jules though?
I was just going off for what Bayon said.
Oh, I'm just like, cause I lost you.
No, when I said that, I said it's like someone doing that. I think that's you said that it's kind of related to when H&M and that stuff did that. But I was saying, was she just trolling for that attention for everybody to backlash her and talk about her negative?
Yeah, so she would be a topic of discussion.
So she's willing to take that L?
Nah, I think she's just cozy with black culture.
That's what I was saying.
She's around black people. She's immersed in hip hop culture, so she probably feels as if she has the right to say that.
Exactly.
Let me ask y'all this, right? Let's say we say the N-word all the time.
Right.
And we had a white friend that was
I
with
say
us.
the N-word like
Yeah, all right. Well, let's say we say nigga all the time,
okay.
right? And we had a white friend that was with us 24/7. He played ball with us. Whatever he was doing, we went out with us everywhere. Is she allowed to say it or not?
No.
But do you blame any other people that have white friends that allow them to say it?
Yes. Because, like, what makes you think that? So now when he goes somewhere else where, say if he went to an all-black school because he had a whole bunch of black friends, so the next person he meets, like, yo, my nigga, like, what class you got next? You think he gonna be like, oh, that's cool, because if you go to an all-black school, you can say it?
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you remember when Kendrick Lamar was performing and he had a white fan come up to perform his song?
Yeah.
And, of course, in his records, he has the word nigga in the record. So as she's performing, she ends up saying it, and he stops her. What did y'all think? Should she have been able to say it?
Wait. Am I not cool enough for you? What's up, bro? What's up?
My boy Rohan kind of knew the rules a little bit.
Will's just really cool, bro. You have to work.
You gotta bleep one single word, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Should she stay up here, y'all?
No. That's instance, I can't agree with y'all on that one. You can't invite her up knowing that on the song, that's what you say, she's gonna perform it. What was she supposed to do?
Not say
She's
it.
not a performer.
But not say it.
She's not a performer, she's not a rapper. Like,
she knows it's not the right thing to say.
She knows
it's as if she doesn't know that it's not right. Like, let's be serious here. You think she doesn't know that it's not right? She knows it's not right.
She probably doesn't, but I mean, for him to bring her on the stage and tell her, hey, rap my song, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but she's not mindless. She knows that word has a specific history behind it and shouldn't be used by white people in that sense.
And I don't even think he was thinking that she would say something like that. I think he was just more in the moment of bringing a fan up to rap the song. Interacting with the fans. Let's be honest, not a lot of black people go to concerts.
So that's like kind of my point. Like,
so because that we don't go to a lot of concerts because it's not affordable.
Well, I'm not gonna say black people don't.
So
go to
it's
concerts.
perfectly fine for a white person to say nigga in the song.
I'm not gonna say black people don't go to concerts.
Not a lot of black. Yo, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Majority of the people that go to the concerts are a bunch of white people. But that doesn't make it cool for them to say nigga.
I don't think they should say it socially at all. But I mean, if you're rapping a song, it's a song. It's legit a song for 2.5 minutes.
So that's cool with you.
It's not cool that they say niggas
So say if you were in an Uber, right? And the Uber driver who's white, he plays Kendrick Lamar. And he's rapping the song, he's saying nigga. You'd be like, oh, that's cool because he's just singing a song.
How would that make you feel?
I don't like the fact that they're saying it, but I can't be like, yo, you like the song? I wouldn't like if he said it if I was
Why
in
not?
the Uber.
Because you just said.
But I'm just speaking on that instance of Kendrick Lamar telling her, hey, come on the stage and rap my song. So only person that could rap his song and
that
say
word
nigga,
is not to be used by them for a particular reason. At the end of the day, I don't care what your context is or where you're coming from and your reasoning behind why you think you can say it. At the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong. And you can't tell me that you have a functioning brain and some form of, even if it's a young person, to be a white person in this world and think that it's okay for you to say this song. I don't care what kind of level of comfort you got with culture, you want to say it's art or whatever. Like Quentin Tarantino, when he does his movies, he has an obsession with the word nigga. He uses nigga in his movies, all of his movies. Django, Pulp Fiction, all his movies, he does that shit. Like every single movie he has, he uses the N-word. And to me, people are like, oh, it's just a movie, it's just art. But at the end of the day, the fact that he finds a way to use it in every single movie makes me feel like, the hell is going on here? He got some kind of fetish with the word, or like he just wants to take this creative license so far. Like that's why as much as I like Tarantino, I think as a director, I think he does a good job. That aspect of his shit, I just can't respect. I can't respect that. I don't think that word should be used by white people.
Yeah.
You know, it has a particular legacy to it. It has a negative history behind it, and it's us who took that word and
flipped it around positive, yeah, exactly.
You know, so
it doesn't give them the right to make sure, like, yo, like, I can say it because you say it.
We spend our whole lives knowing things that we can and can't do in certain spaces because we are black, and that's just a fact. At the end of the day, if there's one thing in the world, finally there's one thing in the world that black people can do that white people can't
like,
do.
Why are you trying to get that back to the
I think we should be afforded that opportunity to have
like, nigga,
access
there should be levels
word.
to this shit. I don't know why.
I just don't think like you could tell somebody, hey, come on, perform my song. I'm a big fan. I paid hard-earned money, and you're gonna censor how I'm gonna.
He has the right. It's his show. He has the right to tell her, I'm not gonna approve of you using that word. She can enjoy the show however she wants. It's the same way as like he used the Uber example. I remember when I got out of school and I was driving Uber, like I had the girl in my car and she kept saying the word nigga in the backseat to her friend, and she was a white girl. And I told her one time, I said, listen, I need you to respect my car and not use that word. And she said it again, and I stopped the car and I said, I'm gonna cancel the ride. And I told her to get out and I canceled the ride. And I reported her to the Uber. Like, I could have gave her the ride, I could have did whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna accept that word from her. I don't care where she grew up. I don't care who did she listen to rap music, or she grew up around some black people that thought she had a license to use that word. It's not appropriate. It's not proper.
Let's switch it up real quick. I know we got the group chat. One of our cousins put up a link that showed the game talking about his past history with Joe Budden's. I don't know if they're married yet. Fiance.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is a song being teased and promoted. This is the song where Game is saying whatever he's saying about Kim and Kanye. He has also included my fiance and myself. I can't speak about who else may or may not be included because I haven't heard the song.
And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of left. It was in my eyes, it was tasteless, like for him to do that. Especially, I just don't see why you're talking about.
You know what was corny about that when he was like, you know, every past matters. I didn't
actually watch the video.
I think that was really trash. I feel like.
What did he say?
It was just like, you know, like he obviously he tried to like cover it up after, but he was saying that that every past relationship matters, and he knows Sin. Like she's good people, like she's good people's, and after he just like tried to defend her, like you know, pretty much like shout out to Joe Budden and Sin, but like why are you going to the media to talk about that? It just shows you how much the fact that Joe Budden's actually doing good, and you have history with his girl in the past, you want to bring it up for some media attention. It's just thoughtful.
He has an album coming out.
Gamiana, get the fuck out of here.
Trash, but he always does that.
He does that a lot.
He's done made his career on
He
that.
always tries to attack some, even with Meek. When Meek was at his low, he had tried to attack Meek. I feel like, why are you attacking something for some popularity? It's just so trash. Why take somebody else down because you're not up? What do you win from that?
I'm with you.
Like, what's really the gain? What's really, yo, for real? I really been trying to go, what's the gain from taking another nigga? Everybody like, oh, we gotta stick together.
It's a respect thing,
but
bro.
Niggas got, every nigga talking about sticking together, but niggas don't want to stick together. Because at the end of the day, you see Joe Budden doing his thing, he's not even rapping anymore. Oh, it's like, oh, shit.
Well, they used to have beef back in the day.
Yeah, but they also made a song together.
And then, they squashed it, did a song together.
They squashed it. So you know that they're cool. So since your music is not popping, I'm gonna say, yeah, I used to crack sin back in the day. NWA, like, come on, bro, like, get it together. Get it together.
It's really unacceptable.
You know,
It's wrong.
And the thing is, like, you put it on social media of just a preview of the song. It wasn't like it was the full song. So,
because he knew everybody was going to talk about
my point. He's out here he's just reaching.
Shout outs to Joe. Shout outs to Sin Santana.
It's that black and Spanish love, they say, right? Never mind.
We're not getting into this.
We're not doing this right now.
Shout outs to my black queen.
Yo.
Shout outs to my black queens. Shout outs to Pam Greater Sangina.
I'm not comparing women. When you can't take women down, what was this, Women's Month? How'd y'all end on Women's Month, by the way?
It's not over yet.
It's about to end next week.
It's not.
Just celebrating women.
Celebrating women.
Celebrating good women.
We got an injury report for us, brother?
Yes, sir. Yo, man. A lot of white people love the little dog face nigga, let it ride out, man. It's just so out of pocket. It's just really out of pocket, man. Like, I was literally just chilling in my room. It was like 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep that night. I was just scrolling down on Instagram. All I see is this girl just painting her face. She paints it black. I think she stated that, just like niggas run this household. I forgot what she said. But I was looking, and I don't know why now, but I always look in the comments to see what people have to say about it. And it was crazy because then it was like, yo, you should go to her Facebook because she's really trying to defend it. So she was just like, what she was saying was like, if you look up the word nigga, like it's a word. I was looking it up. I was like I looked at what she posted up in the picture, and she was saying that nigger is what a word Lil Wayne says a lot. And it's like, okay, so because you listen to Lil Wayne, you have the right to paint your face black and say, we are the niggas that run this household. It's like, yo, like, what are you saying right now? Like, it's just so out of pocket. And like, I just don't like the whole, like, what were you thinking? Like, so I was like, oh, we're just at the house chilling, me and my friend, and I'm just gonna paint myself black and just say nigga. Like, why? Even if you listen to Lil Wayne. Oh, that's like for you, for example, because she listens to Lil Wayne a lot. It's like, oh, that's perfectly fine if I use the word nigga because I listen to rap music. Or even if I have a whole bunch of black friends, I can still say nigga.
Well, like I said, it's socially no, but I mean, if you listen to the music.
So what if she's like, oh, I just feel like I was just gonna be a part of the culture? Would you say that's right?
No, that's wrong. I'm just speaking on.
I'm just. But I just feel like it's just so out of pocket that like people feel like they can just take a picture, just paint themselves black and just say nigga, and feel like that it's perfectly fine. Like nobody's gonna react to it.
She was just wanted some attention. Probably a young girl, young white girl, had nothing to do, was bored, was done doing her chores or whatever her mom had her doing, and then went online and whatever.
She works for Amazon, so I hope Amazon fired her.
They probably
know that now.
They probably didn't at all.
They probably did. They should.
But Amazon, I mean, nothing's stopping Amazon right now, so it don't even matter.
I think a situation like that is just so out of pocket. Like, Like you can just, I don't understand how right now you can really just hate black people. Like I was trying to figure out, like people go tanning to get darker, but they talk shit about black people. You want to like what are you like?
Well, it's the whole saying: everybody wants to be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigga.
Yeah, but still, it's not even like something to really promote. If you say
Right?
it
Like
that.
nobody, you know, you want to be black until
Nobody
you get
wants
pulled
to,
over.
yeah, nobody wants the struggles of a black person.
Yeah. Now, I came across a picture of a woman proposing to a man, and I think the caption on it, the girl says that
Salute
she
that
was,
independent queen. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, queen.
Queen.
So you cool? So you wouldn't mind a woman
Weird
proposing
flex,
to you?
but okay, let's do it.
All right, queen.
Shit. Nah.
And I'm gonna be like, yes.
Say no.
I just want to know, did she bought a ring for him?
I guess she went to whatever Jared's
She
or
went to
Kay's Jewelers, and I said I'll take that one. And got on one knee, and yeah, she's bold. She's a bold woman. That doesn't happen too often.
I wonder if he said yes.
You gotta say yeah.
Oh boy.
So wait.
You gonna be the first guy to say no?
If it hurts a dude when he proposes to women, she says no.
Her
Can
saying
you
no,
imagine?
that's heartbreaking. Shorty saying, but that's only when dudes like try to propose after they just did some really fucked up shit. Yeah. And they're like, all right, let me just propose.
Let me get my shit together.
Straight.
Nah, man, I've been saying it. Like, women are really independent. Some women make more money than men. Some guys get insecure about it, so.
Wait, so because she makes more money?
No, I'm not saying that. But a lot of dudes get insecure and they'd be like, yo, like, just do it. Let's just get married and I'll just play the housemaid because I have somebody that I know who literally like in a situation where she works the whole time and he watches the kids and like she loves it and she's willing to marry that guy. They're engaged. They've been together for like 2 years, I think it was, she told me. And she's like, she's gonna propose. Because she understands. She's been
It's a new day, man.
I feel like.
So you cool? You alright with it?
With what?
I mean, I'm not like
what?
I'm not against. I'm definitely
What, her proposal?
Don't propose to me like I ain't out here.
Propose? I don't mind it. I mean, it don't bother me if you're gonna. At the end of the day, what that person, if they decide to ask you, I mean, you don't have to say yes unless you're ready. But I mean, if you're ready and the person actually takes the initiative, okay, all right, queen.
Yeah, do your thing.
I mean, queen.
Shit.
Me? Okay, queen. Like, let's do it then.
Yo, I'm so sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel weird.
It does. It's weird.
I'd
It
be like,
sounds
baby,
weird.
get off your knee, baby. Get off your knee, baby. It's gonna be
If I remember correctly, you seen the movie Selena?
Yeah.
Where she was like, let's get married. He's like, let's do it. And she kind of popped the question on him. So, I mean, it happens.
Nah, but she didn't get on one knee, though.
I mean.
Does every nigga get down on one knee?
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't
know.
I don't think my dad did, though.
Let us know. Let us know, Q.
You know that. Q, talk about it, King.
I ain't get on my knee.
Nah, but life's about changes, right?
Yeah, more power to them queens. Man.
Yeah, for real. I don't feel like women should shame women for doing it.
I mean,
a lot of women will
shame.
No, a lot
you
of
love somebody, you love somebody.
thing.
Yeah, it's a
but
beautiful
people will shame. Like, oh my God, you really went down. Even if they didn't get down, you really proposed to a guy. It's just like, I don't think that'll ever be a norm. It won't be.
You'd be surprised.
You honestly think that will shift to where women will propose to men?
Bruh, I was on Twitter the other day and I seen a dude in a crop top shirt.
Hold on.
I was sick.
Yo, you was on Twitter?
I was on Twitter.
You said Twitter? Nah, that's still.
It's a new day.
No,
See what I'm saying? It's a new day. But that could be the norm 5 years from now, and everybody like, why are you shaming him for wearing that? Like, bruh, crop top.
Niggas is rocking crop tops.
I mean, let him wear what he wants.
Maybe that's his
what does it
favorite
got to do
shirt.
with me?
Maybe that was his favorite shirt. He left it in the
I'm not gonna
closet.
wear it, so I don't like. Who cares?
Maybe he was,
I mean, cook.
He was
Can't,
hot.
like, I don't care, but like,
hot.
I don't know. Crop top?
It was hot.
It was hot? All right.
It be like that sometimes. Sometimes you leave your t-shirt in the dryer for too long and one of your favorite shirts, you want to let it go. Can't find it again, so.
I don't know.
Like Gil said, it's a new day.
It's a new day.
But that's OD, man.
Everybody, thank you for watching the Live on Sunday podcast.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, I want to thank y'all for pulling up, of course.
Always.
We'll be back again next week. Live on Sunday podcast. Thank y'all.
Watch my back. If you love me, pump my gas. If you love me, sing my song. If you love me, write my